A top EU official says visa-free travel won't be given to Turkish citizens if the Turkish government fails to keep its end of a deal to cut refugee numbers. The visa restrictions are due to be lifted, but only if Turkey meets several outstanding conditions. One of those is a change to Turkey's anti-terror laws, but Turkey's president has rejected that.
Bunların sebebinin ne olduğunu çok iyi biliyoruz.
We're expecting the EU to get rid of its hypocritical and distorted attitude towards Turkey, which continues its effort and desire to become a member of the European Union. In the coming future, we will either further develop our relations with the EU and succeed to become a member, or we will find a new path for ourselves.
Well, let's get more on the EU's deal with Turkey. Ediz Tiyansan is in Ankara and joins us now live. So, Ediz, what do you make of these remarks from the President of the European Commission, Jean-Claude Juncker?
Well, Kamali, quite a strong criticism there from the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan towards Europe. He spoke earlier today, just about an hour ago actually, in Ankara, in an event by a local think tank where he also addressed the latest demands by the European Union, calls rather on Turkey to change certain laws regarding its anti-terrorism laws rather. Now, he spoke about various barriers, or rather requirements, that EU has already put forward. He said this was an agreement that was reached a long time ago, and yet Europe still put forward some 72 benchmarks, which Turkey now claims they have already fulfilled. And now this issue still about anti-terror laws, he implied rather, was simply double standards imposed on Turkey, because he went on to say, look at all these South American nations who are able to travel freely within the Schengen area. He asked whether those nations are also exposed to a similar scrutiny by Europe. And he went on to actually explicitly blame this kind of European attitude as hypocrisy. But later on, he also left an open door, which was quite significant. He said that Turkey still continues with its efforts and desires to take place in the bloc. In his own words, he said Turkey would like to join its European friends to take place in this bloc, but it's all based on the European attitude, the change in their attitude rather. Otherwise, he said Turkey will simply have to find itself a new path.
And Ediz, just give us the EU's reaction to Turkey's position. Is this the end of the deal over visa liberalisation?
Well, the visa liberalization deal, remember, is just part of the larger EU-Turkey migrant deal. Now, immediately at stake, yes, the visa liberalization might be in jeopardy indeed. And we've heard from the German foreign minister also, Frank-Walter Steinmeier, who said that Turkey must change these anti-terror laws, which they claim could be used against dissident journalists. And we've also heard earlier today from the European Commission chief, Jean-Claude Juncker, who said Europe will not grant visa-free travel for Turkish nationals if it doesn't fulfill its end of the bargain. So clearly this is becoming a standoff between Europe and Turkey. Europe clearly unwilling to change their visa rules against Turkey if the specific terror laws are not changed. But when it comes to the larger deal of EU-Turkey migrant deal rather, which, as you know, involves the return of refugees from European shores in return for some $6.1 billion assistance to Turkey. Now, this deal is still ongoing, as we know from both here inside Turkish sources, and also we've heard from the European Commission saying that this deal with Turkey, it doesn't mean that this deal with Turkey will reach a dead end simply over Ankara's refusal to change its terror policy. So in the short term, yes, visa liberalization might be impacted, but the general deal on the migrants is still not clear.
Okay, well, Ediz, for now, in Ankara, thank you.